one reason kung bakit mahirap ma-earn ang first 100k mo is dahil sa salary and also sa cost of living here in the Philippines. Ano-ano nga ba ang mga expenses ng isang pangkaraniwang Pilipino? Nakapaloob dito ang transportation, bills, shelter, clothes, utility, education, and kung may sinasuportahan kang family, kasama na yun. According sa PSA last year 2018, ang monthly income ng isang pangkaraniwang Filipino employee ay 25,000. Kung ikaw naman ay nasa government na may salary grade 1, kumikita lamang ng 13,000 kada buwan. To make it short, kung ikaw ay single, kailangan mo at least ng 750 to 900 pesos para mapunuan mo ang expenses mo kada araw. Kung ikaw naman ay isang provider, kinakailangan mo ng 3,000 kada araw. Just to summarize, kaya mahirap ma-earn ang 100k mo is dahil mahirap ang buhay ng mga Pilipino dahil sa mababang sahod at malaking expenses. So kung mag-i-invest ka naman, kailangan mo ng at least 3 to 5 years para makuha mo ang first 100k mo. Pero bakit nga ba mahalaga ang makuha ang first 100k mo kung nahihirapan ka namang mabuhay or magsusurvive ka lang sa isang araw? So maliban sa gusto natin makawala sa rat race na to, gusto naman natin ma-enjoy yung buhay natin. That is why getting your first 100k is the hardest and the toughest of all. In my previous vlog, I talked about how did I get my first 100k as a student in span of 1 month. And if you haven't watched it yet, you can click the link above and know the 10 principles I learned in getting my first 100k. In this video, I will share 5 realistic steps or tips to get your first 100k faster. Step number 1, learn a high income skills. Ano-ano ba ang mga high income skills? Katulad na dito yung video editing, photography, content, social media marketing, affiliate marketing, and yung pinakamahalaga sa lahat, yung negotiation. So, bakit mahalaga itong mga skills na to? Kapag meron ka ng mga skills na to, magiging kang irreplaceable. So, when we say irreplaceable, matagal kang mapalitan or hindi ka basta-basta mapapalitan. First step natin, pag nakatuto ka na, dito na papasok pagkakataon natin para makapag-save. Ang mga valuable skills ay may compounding effect. So, if you're a student, use your limited resources such as your phone, your internet, your laptop, and all. And then, if you are adults and providers, same as them, ganun din naman yung mga resources or basic resources na meron tayo. Number 2, sell your skill. Now that you have learned your skill within 6 months, yung iba nga, 3 months lang matututunan mo na, you have to learn to sell it na by becoming a freelancer. That's the first step. Nagpo-provide ng isang freelancer ng service online or personal. Ang kagandahan dito, meron kang sariling oras or manageable ba ang oras mo kumpara mo sa nagtatrabaho ka sa mga company. So, great example nito is video editing. You can provide service online as a freelancer by applying sa mga website like Upwork, Fiverr, and marami pang iba. You have to search for it na lang. Maliban sa online, you can do it also sa personal. Katulad ko, I'm a videographer sa mga weddings. So, personal siyang nagagawa. Freelancer ka and also a business na rin. Kahit estudyante ako, nagagawa ko siya because flexible yung time. But you get the point. So ngayon, may natutunan ka ng skills in 3 months and then natuto mo na rin siyang i-sell online. Sabihin natin na may 40,000 ka isang buwan and you still have your day job. Nagtatrabaho ka pa rin habang nag-freelance ka. Compensate sa mga expenses mo. For example, 25,000 yung day job mo and yung expenses mo kung single ka, nasa around 27,000. So, meron ka pa rin at least 30,000 or 35,000 para makapag-save. Sabihin na natin within 3 months or 4 months, pwede ka na mag-earn ng first 100,000 mo kung patuloy mo lang tong gagawin. More than pa doon, iba't iba ang skills. The higher the skills, the more income you will generate. Yung skills na yan, compounding pa siya. Kung mahilig kang magtuto pa ng maraming skills, mas maraming pagkakataon. Hindi lang 30,000 yung kikitain mo and more than pa doon. Number 3, reinvest and buy good books. Reinvest the money that you earn to your knowledge. Buy good books. So, kasama na dito yung mga books na mag-grow ng mindset mo, magre-refresh ng perception mo sa buhay, at kasama na rin dito yung mga financial books. Marami akong books na nabasa at sasabi ko talaga na nakakatulong sa akin na mas mag-improve yung mindset ko. And looking back, mas iba na yung maturity ng mindset ko kesa noon. On the other side, if it means naman to invest sa mga materials para mas mag-compound pa yung earnings mo, do it. So for example, nung nag-earn ako ng pera, I invest it sa mga materials which is compounding. Number 4, save and be frugal. Even if you have a lot of money, if you don't know how to save and live frugally, you can't still achieve your first 100k. So I came across with Charlie Munger, kung saan siya yung right hand of Warren Buffett. Sabi niya, the first 100,000 is but you gonna do it. I don't care what you have to do if it means walking everywhere and not eating anything that wasn't purchased with a coupon. Find a way to get your hands on 100,000. After that, you can ease off the grass a little bit. So if it means anyway, kung ibig sabihin na mas maging matipid ka sa sarili mo or walang magagarang damit and vacation, you have to do it. Number 5, you have to just start. To start is the hardest, but you have to undergo the process. Wala namang madaling path to success. Kailangan mo lang talagang mag-start. So, getting my first 100k is life-changing, not because of the amount of money, but because of the journey and the experience that we had. Within 1 month ko lang siya talagang na-earn, pero matagal ko na siyang sinimulan. That's why the power of starting is very important. Looking back, I thank the old me for the courage to start. So, I hope you do so. In my next vlog, I will talk about how you can start your first photography business as a student. And if that stuff interests you, subscribe to my channel so you will get notified. Thank you for watching.